President Trump's campaign is spending millions of dollars on TV ads, accusing Joe Biden of wanting to defund the police.
The ads are designed to alarm viewers. We asked Team 12's political insider Bram Resnick to verify the ads.
You've probably seen the ads, a break-in at an older woman's home, and she can't reach 911. Our Mark Curtis asked Joe Biden about his stance on criminal justice reform issues like defunding the police. We verified there's no support for the Trump campaign's claims.
Remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
An older woman alone at home at night. Help is not on the way.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello.
This Trump campaign TV ad makes two claims. Presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden is, quote, on board with defunding the police or reducing police funding. Let's verify those claims.
You've issued a criminal justice plan, a new one that...
Earlier this month, 12 News anchor Mark Curtis asked Biden about that plan.
I don't think we should be defunding police departments. I think we should hold police departments responsible.
The former vice president called for national standards, like the ones proposed by Arizona's Republican Attorney General Mark Brnovich.
There are certain standards that should be subscribed to, like ones your Attorney General in the state of Arizona's put out.
Here are the Brnovich standards: regular de-escalation training for police, outside review of shootings or brutality allegations, and greater outreach.
We need police departments, but we also need basic fundamental rules. The moment's come for a wake-up call.
There's no evidence Biden has been on board with defunding police departments, nor has Biden said he would reduce federal funding. The former vice president's position has been that he would condition funding on police reforms. In a USA Today op-ed last month, Biden said, "While I do not believe federal dollars should go to police departments violating people's rights or turning to violence as the first resort, I do not support defunding police. The better answer is to give police departments the resources they need to implement meaningful reforms and to condition other federal dollars on completing those reforms." We verified that the Trump campaign is misrepresenting Joe Biden's position on police funding. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.